Do you believe that we're living in the end times? If so, are you ready to face the Antichrist and endure persecution? Popular modern prophecy teachers say that the rapture will happen before the Antichrist is revealed, but this goes opposite to what Scripture says. I want to show you several scriptures that proves we will be here to face the Antichrist. We'll start with parallel passages in Daniel and Revelation. Revelation 13 says, regarding the beast, which is another name for the Antichrist, also it was allowed to make war on the saints and to conquer them, and authority was given it over every tribe and people and language and nation. A parallel passage in Daniel 7:25 says, he shall speak words against the Most High, and shall wear out the saints of the Most High, and shall think to change the times and the law, and they shall be given into his hand for a time, times, and half a time, which is another way of saying 3.5 years. So here we're seeing that the Antichrist persecutes Christians for 3.5 years. Now I know at this point, everybody's shouting, those are the tribulation saints. All the other Christians have been raptured. Unfortunately, that concept is nowhere in the Bible, but let's look at the way John talks about the Antichrist in 1 John. And I want you to really think, laying aside any prophecy teaching you've already heard, does this sound like somebody who is saying that Christians won't face the Antichrist? Listen to his words. 1 John 2:18, he says, dear children, the last hour is here. You have heard that the Antichrist is coming, and already many such Antichrists have appeared. From this we know that the last hour has come. In his time period, Christians were facing intense persecution under Nero Caesar. And there was no rapture for that persecution. He also mentions an Antichrist that is coming. And again, he doesn't mention anything about Christians being exempt from facing the Antichrist. Let's hop back to Revelations 13:10 and hear what it says. Anyone who is destined for prison will be taken to prison. Anyone destined to die by the sword will die by the sword. This means that God's holy people must endure persecution patiently and remain faithful. That message is the complete opposite of what we're hearing today. The Bible is telling us we need to endure persecution patiently and remain faithful, not that we're going to be raptured off the planet before the Antichrist comes. Finally, in 2 Thessalonians 2:3, we're told that our gathering to the Lord cannot happen until two events occur first. It says, let no one deceive you by any means, for that day will not come unless the falling away comes first and the man of sin is revealed, the son of perdition, which is another name for the Antichrist. That revealing doesn't happen until the midpoint of the final 7 years, and then the final 3.5 years is where the Antichrist reigns. The last verse I want to point out is Revelation 15:2, and it says, and I saw what looked like a sea of glass glowing with fire, and standing beside the sea, those who had been victorious over the beast and its image and over the number of its name, they held harps given them by God. So here we're seeing Christians that face the Antichrist and were victorious. Those are just a few scriptures that point to the fact that Christians will face the Antichrist.